Welcome once again to the Zach Carpenter Show here on the Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Olmis. Today we'll be talking about our trip to the state tournament coming up here starting Thursday. We're recording this a couple of days earlier than that, but Coach would like to welcome you and a couple of players to the show. Talk about what to expect. You've been there before. You know what the feeling is, the magic, the energy, the everything that goes with being there, because you're one of the final 8, and that gets a lot of attention for you.
Yeah, no, it's a great experience. I remember back, even though it's been a long time, back in 2000, you know, just the experience of it, being there, playing in that type of environment, in that arena.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're doing press conferences after games and things like that. It's just an unbelievable experience. And I'm excited for these guys to get that chance.
Well, it's been since 2007 since we've taken any team there, and since we won a region championship in 2007. So there's a lot going on there. Guys, it's an honor. I hope you guys realize what an honor it is for you guys to be over there. I mean, it's been a long time, and it's your first taste of the state tournament. A lot of media attention over there for you. You're playing in a big arena with a big crowd. We should have a group of Bradley supporters there, especially since we're in school this week, because they'll all want to take a field trip and go over there, watch the game, get out of school, and be gone all day. But has it sunk into you what this really means to the program, Caden? We'll start with you there, bud.
Yes, sir, it has. It's like really just a blessing, just to build this relationship with all my guys and just go down there. And we've worked for this since summer, 6 a.m. workouts, putting in all this work, all the sweat, all the throw ups, all the just running, everything. This comes down to all of that, and I'm really excited to go play.
Well, Tyrese, now you're reaping the rewards of all of that extra work, you know, that nobody sees that. All we see most of the time is we come to the ball game and blow the whistle, start the game, and they don't see all the stuff that goes on in the summertime and all the grueling, you know, the getting conditioning work and weightlifting and stuff like that. But now is where you see, hey, this paid off for us.
Yeah, you know, at the beginning of the season we had a goal. We had a chart full of boxes that we had to fill out, and this is one of the main boxes that we want to fill out. We've been talking about this all summer, and we really wanted to be here.
Well, as Coach relayed some of his experiences to you guys about when they were there, it's been a while since he's been there, but he was there. Just 2000, we'd go more than once.
No, that was my senior year, was 2000.
Oh, okay. And went to the Final Four that time. And
made the championship game that year.
Yeah, it was something else there. What, to you, Coach, what was the key to getting to the state tournament, you know, in the last couple of weeks or month?
I think that, to me, it's just how these guys have come together. You know, we've got the talent. We got a great group of guys, and just watching them grow as a team over the course of a year, and everybody's in step in the right direction. I think that's been the biggest key for us.
Well, something's worked good in the last part of the season. We're playing the best we played all year. We won our last 12 in a row. Matter of fact, only had 2 losses since the Christmas break there. Was there a catalyst for you guys that you noticed? I mean, just because I saw you sometimes early in the year, it's sort of a Jekyll and Hyde thing. Boy, this team ain't gonna beat anybody, or ain't gonna beat many teams, and then all of a sudden you have a great game where you come back and look like he could beat anybody. And now we're playing at that level that I know you want to see, are peaking, as they say, maybe at the right level and at the right time. Is there something that you guys, like Coach said, you know, you just come together as a group that got us fired up? You know, anything in particular?
I'd say when it was a Christmas tournament when we went to Knoxville, and we took 2 losses at home before we left, or maybe 1 loss, and then we just went on a losing streak, and that we were doing better than we usually did, but we were still losing, but we weren't going to give up. And so we just fixed the little things one by one, and we're trying to still do better on that, but I feel like we just took a little bit more pride in ourselves, and it just kind of flipped the switch for us. Well,
and that's what I've seen, the resilience. I mean, I always go back to that Knox Academy game up there. We were down 17 in the 4th period. We come back then a point, within probably a possession of maybe winning that game. And then it started to sort of click, I guess, with you guys, Tyrese, that, hey, we can be pretty good, you know. The key, to me, one of the keys to be successful, we got to keep you guys and Ram on the floor playing and not on the bench because you got foul trouble, you know.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a key with your height and your size and your speed and your ability to close it, you know, on the play or the fast break, whatever. Obviously, you need your starters out there. Is that, do you guys agree with that? Is it something that you think about? Are we going to learn to hit? I mean, be hitting free throws over there, and you know, It's a different arena. It's it's a different background, different look. People all around you. It's not like here at Bradley or one of our high school gyms. It's a whole different feeling. And some people say they go there, they're not used to that kind of background, and it just sort of throws them off. But you guys are going to practice, I believe, on the way as well, too, aren't you?
We are, and honestly, since the sectional game or sub-state game, we have not practiced here at Bradley. We've been on a college level floor.
Oh, okay.
Every time we've practiced, and we're going to go down to UTC today and practice, and then on the way up, we'll stop at Tennessee Tech, get another practice in, so they get the arena environment, and they're shooting on different goals with different backdrops than what they're used to, just trying to, get them ready for the game.
Well, and the college floor is 94 feet long, I guess, as opposed to ours, which is 90.
It
and
is.
people think, that's just
84. It's 10.
84,
It's 10 feet longer.
And people say, that's not that big a deal. Well, it is throughout the course of the game when you're running hard as we run back and forth, and that 10 feet means a lot more than you'd think.
I think these guys have learned that over the last week, practicing on the college floor, the difference. So.
Yes, sir.
You're getting that stamina build up, we ready to go for playing over there at Murfreesboro. Well, it's going to be an exciting time. There's no doubt. And the crazy thing is we're down to 8 teams, so you're one of the 8 teams left standing, period. And Walker Valley's one of the other ones. I mean, goodness gracious, Will Campbell's got his guys playing good. We beat them there in the regional game to get the home game, beat Siegel. But wouldn't it be something to go over there and have our 2 teams, it's just great to have them both there at the same time, which is unusual. That just don't happen.
It'd be really cool. We're on opposite sides of the bracket. Right. If we can meet up in the finals and play them for a 4th time this year.
Yeah, that's right. It would be 4th time. Yeah. What are you guys looking forward to the most besides being out of school most of the week?
Playing some great basketball, having fun with my friends, my teammates, my brothers, actually, just getting to build a stronger bond, off the court, actually.
Yeah. Well, you're just cementing that relationship right now that you guys remember as long as you live.
Yes,
these
sir.
are memories that we've made this year that we've seen. I make memories for me that I've seen you guys play. And I know for you guys as a team, because we don't see all the dressing room fun and the hijinks that you guys may have, and it's a fraternity type of thing that I hear guys talk about all the time, and I know you've got memories of when you played in high school and college and all that go back deep and will stay with you forever. And these guys are
yeah, absolutely. These are some of the strongest bonds you'll have.
Yeah.
I've had former teammates of mine that played in that state tournament with us that have reached out, even guys that were here after me.
Yeah.
Have reached out, good luck, man, go win it. Bring the gold ball home, things like that, just different text messages, and the outpouring of support that we've gotten in the community has been unbelievable.
And I noticed that our sub-state game with Siegel here, we had a lot of old Bears from back in those early days when you were around then. It showed that night to cheer you guys on, and it sure did help, and I had a great crowd. We've had great crowds all year long, though, man.
We have. They, the BC Nation, Bear Nation, they do a great job of supporting us, and even home or on the road. So, we're looking forward to going over there and having them follow us over there and going over there and making some noise.
I've heard other teams, that we go to talking, not to me, but talking to each other, said, well, Bradley will bring a lot of people over here tonight. We know they will. That's whatever sport we're playing in.
Yeah.
What, if anything, do we know about Memphis East, a team that we maybe faced once before, but we don't obviously see them on the far end of the state, and we have no opponents in common. So what do you see? I know there's no secrets because you can look at Huddle and these other sources and see a lot, but what do you see that concerns you with them?
They're quick, athletic. They'll get after you defensively. They'll mix it up. They'll go from man to man to zone. They crash the offensive glass really hard.
So we've got to do the same thing.
We've got to box out. Do a great job of finding our guy, boxing them out, keeping them limited into one shot. They get a lot of second chance points.
Do they? Mm-hmm. Well, rebounding. You can never get enough of that. Would they prefer to win, or from what you've seen, are they more defensive minded, want to keep the game low scoring and hold you down, or they want to run and gun and have a shootout with you offensively? I've not even looked at their scores or anything.
I've seen them play both ways. They'll if they get the opportunity, they will push it. Try to score early.
Like we will.
Yeah, but they'll also bring it out and run some offense, try to take some time off the clock. So it'll be a good matchup.
What's the key, guys, to being successful over there the first game with Memphis East right out of the chute?
Limit our mistakes for sure. Just like our goals before the game, like our turnovers, our rebounds, our kills, our charges, our assists. we can't have like little mistakes during that time. We have to like play almost as perfect as we can.
And we also have to stay together as a team, knowing that like it's a game full of runs. We're gonna go on a run, they're gonna go on a run, and when they do go on their run, we have to come together and go on another run. We just gotta stay as a team.
Well, you've got the same philosophy. I think Ken had. Basketball's a game of runs, and whoever gets that best run, the last best run in a close game is going to win the game.
Yeah.
And
I tell these guys all the time, like it is a game of runs. Like when we're on a run, we can't get too high. When they're on a run, we can't get too low. We got to stay more even keel, and sustain their runs. And when we get our opportunities, let's make the most of it.
It can get really emotional real quick with everybody knowing, hey, this is our last go around, and that you guys going to step on the court for the final time over there at Murfreesboro. You've already finished your career here. You got the great home game here with Siegel, which was a huge thing to get that, and the step to get to the state there. And I don't know. It's going to be a challenge out there over there, and I don't even know who we play next. I ain't even looked at the other part of the bracket. Doesn't really matter right now, but it's teams, and that's what the state is. You're going to play Thursday night. If you win, then you got to turn right around and play again Friday against a team you've not played all year. And that puts the burden on you because you're going to be half the night looking at film probably. You can stay and watch in person, eyeball the team you're going to play because they're going to play right behind us. But still, that one snapshot of the one game doesn't tell you a whole lot.
Yeah, well, we've got film on everybody that's there, just trying to be prepared for anybody we match up with. So we'll be ready.
Well, this is your 4th year here, and you've just gotten a little bit better every year, step by step, and You've often said, if you take care of the little things, and big things will take care of themselves. And I think you hit on over there. You got to limit those mistakes and turnovers, whatever it may be. You got to be sure to box out on the rebounding. We got to hit some free throws. Be consistent with free throws. And if we can do that, it sounds simple. It is to say it, but out there in a charged atmosphere where you you got a hostile crowd over here on one side against you, and you got your team, your fans pulling for you. It can get real emotional in a hurry and playing under control, I guess. You can't get down when you get behind, or if they're going to run. They're going to go on a run. They are. We're going to go on a run. They know we're going to go on a run. But it's just a matter of sticking with it and being resilient, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it, but it's fun to go with the Bears. The Bears were there last year. Congratulations, Bears. They won their third straight
Third in a row.
9th for the program. The boys have 3 gold balls. It would be nice to have a 4th gold ball. We've won back-to-back championships in 1962. Boys and girls basketball both won. And then we also won football that year in 61 fall. So that same school won all 3 of those, a Triple Crown, which had never been done before. It has never been done since.
Really?
Yes, yeah. And that was when Steve Sloan was here playing football and basketball. And it's a little before your guys' time. But,
yeah, they don't know who that is.
No. But it's out there, and what an accomplishment it would be. What are you most proud of this year as a, I'll start with you again, Caden, as a team? You've only been here the 1 year. And you see them just come right in and fit right in from day one as a player and a teammate, which is to me more important. Not just a player, but you're a teammate that just fell in with these guys and just like you've been here the whole time.
Yes, sir. I'd say our biggest accomplishment this year is probably just like checking off our goal box. Like it's just like as Tyree said, like little boxes that have each goals, and like it's just really cool to just like walk in and just see all of those boxes filled up, and we have that one box that's left that we're trying to go reach. So I feel like that's like one of our biggest accomplishments.
So does Coach give you a goal box or whatever it is that you check off as that you accomplish that?
Yes.
We let the team decide it before the year started.
Oh, okay.
So we came together as a team, and they came up with a list of goals. We wrote them. They're written on our board. They're there every day.
They're
We
seasonal
get to
goals.
see them every day, and every time we reach one, check it off. We got one box left.
Well, Tyrese, can we check that box off?
Yes, sir. We can take that box off.
I go back. We started out 6-1. I think, hey, this team's on the road. Guess what? We lost 5 straight games. I think you missed several of those games. We missed them up in Knoxville and wherever. And we're 6-6. Just sort of a mediocre-looking team. And then go through the holiday season and everything, and it started clicking bigger and bigger. And you're playing your best right now. This is when you have to be playing your best. You can't have that lull. You feel like you're playing. Can you play better than you've been playing?
Oh yeah, most
definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's the right answer. Yeah, you better say that. Coach, what are your thoughts about going over there Thursday night?
We're excited. Every day at the bottom of my practice plan, I see it every day, and these guys hear me say it, is small things matter. I think that, if we have that mentality going into the game, small thing matters.
Yeah.
Everything matters. The rotations on defense, the communication side of it. Finding the right guy to take the shot, giving up a good shot for a great shot. If we're able to do those things and, everybody doing their job, we'll be just fine.
You can't win the game till you win the half. You can't win half till you win a quarter. You can't win a quarter till you win every single possession. Means so much at that level. Because you know what Memphis East think? Who are these guys? Bradley Central. They've won 8 gold balls, by the way.
Yeah.
8 gold balls. That tells you their program is a solid rock solid program. And here we are, the newcomers. Who are these punks from East Tennessee coming over here? Trying to steal our thunder. But guys, I think we got a shot to win Thursday night. I don't even look to Friday night till that happens. But I wish the guys the best of luck. It keeps being healthy.
That's right.
Got to be
That's
healthy,
right.
guys. So in practice, don't twist any ankles, turn any ankles, or knees, or anything like that, or whatever. Yeah, knock on wood. Keep healthy there, and see what we can do Thursday night. And of course, we'll be there on Mix 104.1 having the broadcast there. And if we win Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern time, folks. 5 o'clock Eastern time, we'll play Memphis East, and we'd play 8 to 15, I think. Friday, but let's not worry about Friday. Let's get Thursday behind us. And you have all of our fans there from the Bear Nation. I'm sure we'll have a great crowd there from the students because it is a school a week, and I'm sure they'll get checked out to come over there and watch the game and cheer us on. We had great crowds last year when the girls were over there, so it's the boys' turn now. And girls had great support last week, even with spring break. So let's do it for the boys. Any final thoughts, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You're set to go then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell us your travel schedule again. You're going to practice today somewhere, I guess, first?
Yeah, we're going to go to UTC today. We'll head out tomorrow morning. We're going to stop at Tennessee Tech on the way out, practice there, and then head on over to Murfreesboro tomorrow afternoon.
Wow. It should be a fun day. 8 games on tap, starting with a 1A on Wednesday morning. 1A and 2A games. All of those will be played Wednesday. 3A and 4A all be played on Thursday. That's 4 games of each class, so it's 8 games a day. So you can go over there early and get your fill of basketball, and then we'll have 8 games on Friday. No, 4 games on Friday, down to the final group, and then they'll close it out Saturday. But 4A championship, we've got to have one, but guys. All right, we'll wrap it up for now. Thanks, Cade and Tyrese. Thank you, Coach, as always. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Coming to see us on the Zach Carpenter Show. We'd like to thank Mr. Gwen Schroyer to be our, not our final boys game, but one of our final broadcasts this year as the season wraps up. We're in late March now.
Yeah, I know.
We're not usually playing baseball this time of year.
We haven't been my first 3 years, so we're excited about still playing.
That's a good feeling, Hey,
It is.
Because all those other teams sitting home. We're going over and play at Murfreesboro.
That's right.
In the big gym there. Till next time, this is Gary Orby. So long for now. Thank Mr. Schroyer and his class back here for producing all of our shows each week. Until then, God bless and go Bears.